Awom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den Hawan Ben Yashua Water in Jacksonville, Florida. But first I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akim, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Rokak Wadash Mahamath. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the elders of 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the Archons on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, got to keep an eye on what's going on with the border, right? Because even though our people are coming through, right, Jake, the Hebrew Israelites are coming through in a mass. I mean, multitude beyond you can ever imagine, right? Just like the scripture said. But in that multitude, you have what? Russians, Chinese, Africans, right? And these are what they call sleepers, allegedly, infiltrating America, who have been given as well hotels so they can stay, right? And I believe you also find Ukrainians coming through as well, okay? So, it only is going to take a matter of time when they're going to send the American troops out of America, right? America's going to be then left butt naked, and lo and behold, that's when these sleepers, they'll be called to wake up and take over, right? I'm sure that martial law will kick in and all that, and will be, the sleepers that are going to be doing that. It says here that Michael Young, that's the man that's been keeping a close eye with the border, not only here in Texas, but in Panama. He's keeping an eye on the people that are coming in, right? And how it's being infiltrated by, Chinese, Russia, Africans, right? And he's an ex-military, so when he sees people, he can tell that's a military guy right there. These are military people that are coming in, okay? It says here that says we are going to civil war as sure as you drop a rock and it hits the ground, okay? That's how serious it's gonna get. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. The title of this lesson: Woe to those who go down to Egypt for help. Here we go.
He does some amazing reporting. He joins us tonight. Michael, welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me on and being patient. You know how this goes.
Oh, the technology. It just, that's fine. Yeah. We are good to go. Hey, I want to get to the border and all this going in some of your tweets. But first, I want to get your response to what 60 Minutes is reporting. Because as we have this massive invasion on our border, north and south, This is what 60 Minutes just reported that many maybe have not seen. It seems to be out there in the social media world. Watch and listen to this.
American taxpayers are financing more than just weapons. We discovered the U.S. government's buying seeds and fertilizer for Ukrainian farmers and covering the salaries of Ukraine's first responders, all 57,000 of them. That includes the team that trained this rescue dog, named Joy, to comb through the wreckage of Russian strikes looking for survivors. And the US also funds the divers, who we saw clearing unexploded ammunition from the country's rivers to make them safe again for swimming and fishing. Russia's invasion shrank Ukraine's economy by about a third. We were surprised to find that to keep it afloat, the US government is subsidizing small businesses.
First responders and small businesses getting funding while we have an invasion of foreign military-aged males flooding the southern border. Michael?
Well, this is stunningly treasonous, and it's just a crime. It's a crime against humanity from numerous different directions, and good Lord. by the way, Ann Vandersteel and I were just down in the Darien Gap, as you know, which is I'm in Panama City now, Panama. And for those who might think Panama City is in Florida, there is one, but I'm in Panama City, Panama, and in Central America. And Ann Vandersteel and I, she courageously went into the Darien Gap. Most men will not go there. Ann was like, "Follow me," right? So she came, and we went deep into the jungle, into a place called Bajo Chiquito and other places like Lajas Blancas, and she was She was a trooper, and she just got home back to Florida hours ago, and now 82,000 aliens came through the Darien Gap last month, in 1 month, according to the Panamanian government, 82,000. And they went right by me on Highway 1, right out the window. I'm back in Panama City. We were looking at some canal issues. And this is rainy season. Normally in rainy season, the numbers
let me show the pictures. Let me show the pictures you're talking about right here. Panama Canal traffic jam. Flew over.
Yeah, we just took
the morning of the 24th of September, 2023, end to end. Circled ship traffic jams on each side. Gatan Lake is low. Also boated onto the Gatan Lake on September 23rd. Low water levels. Thousands and thousands of century-dead trees poking above the water. What does this mean for the average person watching tonight, Michael?
It's very interesting. As you know, Panama, the country of Panama is so... it's vital terrain. First of all, we got the Panama Canal, which is vital to the United States, militarily and economically, and to the world. The Panama Canal opened in 1914 and has only increased in importance every year since then. Of course, Jimmy Carter and others gave it away. Joe Biden, back when he was a corrupt senator, actually voted to give the Panama Canal away. Ann Vandersteel and Colonel John Mills and I were out in previous Southcom headquarters a couple days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. We were out there a couple times, but that's now been taken over by a bunch of NGOs like Red Cross and IOM, UN, many NGOs who are funneling the invasion of the United States and Europe. Now they have their headquarters. And
there you go. Look how ugly it's getting. It's getting worse by the day, huh? And it's going to get worse. That's how come I said, you truck drivers that are out there, these are foreign immigrants that are really militant coming in to commit treason. Okay? He said it loud and clear. You're going to be the first ones, because they're going to need those trucks for them to move their weapons and their troops. Right? And once they catch one of your trucks, rest assured, they're not going to let you just walk away. Huh? Something to think about. Anyway, I want to go to Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. So who is talking about here? Well, it's talking about all these Latin people, right? Immigrants that are coming into America because they sold them a beautiful dream, right? Come to America and become rich. Instead of them coming to Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, they're going to Egypt for all things, right? Because they're going to do it to us also. Once the system closes down the banks, right, and brings in the digital currency that will pop on the phone, and you have to, do the application so you can, so-called get paid and buy your food. And then you got to start reading the new rules and regulation of money, right? And how right away when you do that, rest assured, they're going to start looking, they're going to know who you are. And if they don't like your belief system, they're going to start overtaxing you, right? And when you go to the store to buy something, they're going to say, no, you only have this much, right? Oh, and by the way, you got to come and take the new juice. Don't take the new juice. Okay? I want to go to Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Woo! Huh? Going to Egypt. Because, right now, Egypt, which is so-called America, it has control already of everything. The food, the water, the electric, the gas, the money. So when they shut things down, and they will, and then they bring chaos, right? To put everybody in a panic mode, to force everyone's hand to decide. You're only seeing right now a little bit of it, what they're doing with the border, right? They're letting all the immigrants just walk right through, right? And look what happened in Maui, in Hawaii. Okay, can't forget that. Okay? But also understand that this is the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai doing this. Okay? So he's going to destroy this wicked world, this wicked kingdom called America. Verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not acted at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadows of Egypt. Yeah. I mean, you know what is that when you cannot get no food and you're starving, right? And all you know what you're going to do is sit back and wait till you're starving and your children are starving, right? You're going to go run to them. They're going to say, yeah, we can help you. Sign here, and this is what you got to do. This is what you got to take also, right? Better to die, okay, in the name of Yahweh Shai, than to go to Egypt. I want to go to Psalm chapter 20, verse 7. Some trust in chariots, right? On the powerful of their machine airplane jets, right? Of advanced or so-called advanced, and some in horses, right? They're weapons of machines, right? But we will remember the name of Yahweh, our God, right? Through His Son, Yahweh Shai. But you can't go to the Father if you don't go to the Son first, okay? Want to move to Daniel? Give me a minute. Chapter 9, verse 13. 9, verse 13, what happened? Here we go. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yea, yet may we not our prayers before Yahweh our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. Yeah. But you want to keep holding on, right? To doing wicked, right? And on top of that, you want to hold on to making a lot of money. Money is a defense, right? But when you love money to the point where it takes and consumes all your time, that you don't have time to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, this is the way He wrote it. This is what we have to do. If you don't want to get hit with those missiles that are going to come to America, when we don't know, but it will come, and it's going to burn the whole country of America, you don't want to be caught up in that fire, right? Something to think about and pray. Verse 14, therefore has Yahweh watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For Yahweh our God is righteous, and all his works, which he do, for we obey not his voice. Okay? You know, I've been to Venezuela, so they got a lot of 501c3 incorporated prostitute churches over there for many years, right? I've been to Aruba, right? They have a lot of also 501c3 incorporated prostitute churches. Hell, they even got let's see if I can put, I'll say it. They have a Jewish church as well over there in the small island, okay? So they've been indoctrinated, is what I'm saying, and that they have not listened to the call of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Slakia. You know? I mean, I know in Holland, they have camps out there as well, okay? So I'm sure that the Yorubians have heard of our people, their people, in the Hollands, okay? I want to go to 1 John. 1 John. Chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You know, love is an action. We all know that, right? But this thing that love is unconditional, that's one big fat lie. Love has rules, okay? And if you don't want to take the time and make the time to learn these rules, well, then your ignorance would not be an excuse, right? I'm pretty sure you have heard that if you've been to court, okay? So what that is saying also is that if you're going to put your time on the things of the world only, but not going to make time again when you are being called in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, you so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, men and women, okay? This is what's going to happen. Check this out. Verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Verse 17, and the world pass away, and the lust thereof. But he that do the will of Yahweh abides forever. See? That's the main key right there. All this is going to pass away. Right? So if you think you're going to be able to escape, you're still going to get old and die. Okay? And you know, nowadays when people die, they don't die in going to bed and they just fall asleep. Right? They end up with some type of sickness because of the corruption of this world that has tampered with the water, with the air, with the clothes, with the food, with the land. Right? That make people sick. I want to go to 1 Timothy. Give me a minute. Chapter 6, verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, not trust in uncertain riches, but in the living Yahweh, who gives us richly all things to enjoy. Charge to transmit a message along from one to another, to declare, announce, to command, order, right? When we're in the house in Bible, we're telling our people, so-called Negros, Latinos, Americans, speckled birds, hey, follow the commandments. This is the name of the Father and the Son, Yahweh. Right? The Father's name and Yahweh Shai, the Son. Okay? You are Hebrew Israelites. Repent with fear and trembling. But no, they keep passing right by us. Right? Some of you, we even go up to and talk to. Right? When the Spirit move us to do that, we do that. But you, if you don't want to heed, well, okay, verse 18, that they do good, that they be rich in good work. See, doing the work of Yahweh, right? We work in this world to get paper money. Soon we're going to get digital, right? Invisible money. Well, when we do the work in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we get spiritual credit. Okay, we're building spiritual credit. Ready to distribute, willing to communicate. Okay, very important. We got a very important job that we've been called to, the most important job in the whole white world. Since the Edomites like to call themselves white when they're not white at all. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It says, trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, with all thy mind, and lean not unto thy own understanding. 2/3 of our people, so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds, are going to do exactly that, their own understanding, right? They're going to say, no, let's go to Egypt, man. They're going to give us everything. Universal income, we don't have to work if we don't want to. Huh? So what? They want to give us the new Jews. We're going to die anyway, right? Foolish talk. Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. See? Let's go to Song, chapter, oops, did I pass it? Chapter 37, verse 5. You know, these immigrants that are coming through the border, our people, they're coming for their judgment. Okay? That's what's going to happen, you know. Some of them who hear the call will come in and walk the other way, okay? But the majority of them, they're coming for the judgment, okay? That Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said that he's going to come and give to the whole world. It's not pretty, man. It's going to get ugly. Verse 5, commit thy ways unto Yahweh. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. See? Yeah, we're not going to be able to eat 3 or 4 meals a day, right? But we will eat, just not in the amount that we are so accustomed. Okay? Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Woo! We've been chosen, right? We've been called. Many are called, few are chosen. Let me say it that way because that's the correct way. He's only coming for 144,000 chosen elect and 1/3. 2/3 are going to be left behind and get burned, disintegrated for their stiff neck, for their wicked ways, for not repenting. But they will come back through the 1/3, okay, as babies to the new kingdom. Verse 9, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, see, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. Right? So he's been courting and courting and courting. He already chose us from the beginning of time. But hey, it's time to do the work. It's time to repent. The window of grace is getting smaller and smaller every day. Okay? Go to verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. He's making it clear. Say, listen, this is going to be the last test. I'm going to put all my people, so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. The final test, the ultimate test. Who are you going to give your life? Who are you going to die for? Don't we have a lot of our people join the army to fight and die for the Edomites, to protect them, right? To protect this great country? Well, now they're going to be sending all the troops out of America when that time comes. So America will be what? Without no troops. So the enemy within can take over. Talking about rape, murder, raping. It's going to get ugly. Did I read this? Give me a minute. Yes, I did. I want to go to Jeremiah. You have no idea how ugly it's going to get. Jeremiah 17. And they're not going to have no pity on the old nor on the young. Verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusts in Yahweh, and whose hope, Slakia, Yahweh is. Verse 8. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreads out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat comes, but her leaves shall be green, and shall not be careful in the years of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. Woo! See, it's making it clear that even though the drought, hard times, famine is coming, okay, he still be there to take care of us, right? Because we've been doing our part to the best of our ability, okay? I want to go to First John, Shalak about that. Here it goes. Chapter 4, verse 16. And we have known and believed the love that Yahweh has to us. Yahweh is love, and he that dwells in love dwells in Yahweh, and Yahweh in him. Right? And how he does that? Through his son, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Remember, you cannot go to the Father or call the Father if you don't call through the Son, Yahweh Shai. Verse 17, here is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the days of judgment. Because as he is, so are we in this world. Yeah. So that's how come we do these lessons, to feed our people. And that's how come we go in the highways and byways, right, roaring as a lion, to let the world know that this wicked kingdom is going bye-bye, and that the Edomites are going to slavery for 1,000 years, and then after that they're going to be exterminated. Now, they don't like that we're saying that. They don't like that we're reading that. And yes, some of us are going to be beheaded. Some of us are going to be beaten. Some of us are going to be thrown into FEMA camp. Yeah. It is what it is. I will leave it with song. Chapter 28, verse 4. Ain't the Edomites are being bold and saying what they're going to do to us? Huh? So we are being bold in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai and tell what's going to happen to them. Verse 4. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endlessness. Slakia. Endlessness. Slakia again. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. Yeah. You know, you Edomites want to keep showing that you're bold and brave and courageous. Well, when my big brother Yahweh Shai, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, comes back in the chariots that you so-called UFOs, right? With the host of angels, host of army, he's going to kick your ass and remove you from power. Verse 5, because they regard not the work of Yahweh, nor the operation of his hand. He shall destroy them and not build them up. Yeah. And remember, 2/3 of our people are going to help the Edomites. They love them. They will die for them. Right? So, we want to run to Yahweh Shai because he's the only one that can stop this madness, protect us from what's about to, Jacob's trouble is around the corner. Verse 6, blessed be Yahweh, because he has heard the voice of my supplication. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.